And we're here on YouTube. We're going to do a quick Dollar Tree makeover. So I hope you'll join in and tell me what you think. Make sure that you say hello and subscribe. Give me a little thumbs up, little hearts, all the things. Stick around. Answer some questions. Ask me some questions. I'd love to help you out with your crafting dilemmas. Tell me what you're wanting to learn about. I had a friend actually give me this Dollar Tree sign. Obviously, it was from last fall, I think, or maybe it's been 2 falls. I don't know. She actually gave me 3 of them, and I've been putting off doing this sign because, as you can guess, it had glitter on it. So I've already, can you see it? So like pumpkin is the spice of life. I don't know. And I thought about using the backside, except that they double stapled the string to the backside. So I'm just gonna ignore the fact that there is a backside. And I don't normally like to take on this particular surface that's kind of just like a paper surface on cardboard, but hey, I don't want to waste anything, so I'm going to make something out of it. We're going to make a coffee sign. Since I've been making coffee signs, I got my coffee basket done, but I'm kind of contemplating doing another coffee basket. I'm just cleaning this up here, see if I can get the last little bit. I don't like glitter. I don't like glitter. So I took the sandpaper to it already and got as much as I possibly could off. Now we're going to go ahead and give it a coat of probably white. I think we're going to do white today. It's plaster. Plaster is the color from Waverly chalk paint. Maybe I don't even, from Walmart. Oop, I do have it open. So that is the color I'm going to start with here. And it's a pretty new container, so this is not going to be needing any water, but we're just going to paint it. It's probably going to take a few coats, so bear with me as we paint. You know, try to hide the fact that I don't know. I don't know if I can reuse this. We're going to try. It's pretty slippery kind of, I think oops, that was a goopy thing. So now I'm doing the sides too, by the way, because I just gooped on the side. I guess I'll just smooth that out now, as long as I'm talking about it. Ugh, and I just painted my string. Ugh. I should know better. But like I said, I'm just kind of looking through the camper. I was like, now what do I do? I've already gotten 2 baskets. I got a car basket and I got a, watch for the pictures, by the way. I will post the pictures of our baskets that we put together for our local high school choir auction. They're doing a silent auction on Monday night at their choir concert at the high school. It's at 7 p.m. if you're local to Grangeville, Idaho. Love to have you come out, bid on the auction items, enjoy some very good quiet choral music, I can tell you that. And a little bit of band music. I hope it's enjoyable. You never know. All right, just trying to get it coated here so that it will cover it up, and then I always kind of think, even though I would love it if things would coat the first time you use it, I do often think that it looks better. It has a better coverage if you just do a couple of light coats instead of trying to get it all in one coat. That's my advice to you when you're trying to paint backgrounds. Hello. Thank you. Bless you too. Oh my goodness, from Ireland. Yay. My daughter on Friday, she does Irish dancing here in America. Maybe the Americanized version. So anyway, that's kind of fun. That's my only tie to Irish anything. Although it would be a dream to go and visit. So just trying to get this covered up so that I can reuse this surface and get it out of the camper, right? Maybe let's see how it turns out. I've got a couple of old transfers. I've got an old, it's a retro coffee transfer that I've never used. I had to have it. Pour Me Out, it's called. And it's like, got pieces to it. I don't know what color to do it. We'll see. I tend to like to make, neutral signs for, I most likely won't keep this sign. My house is getting full, I'm telling you. It's always changing out though. I always change it out. I don't leave it in one. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Getting that dried up. It is looking wintry outside, if you were wondering what it's like in Idaho. Hello, 50 Cent. Whatever your name is. Good to see you. Make sure you subscribe and hit that little notification bell. That'll tell you when I go live, so that'll help out. So I'm just covering a Dollar Tree, I think, very ugly sign. Somebody gave me 3 of these, so we'll see if this might be the impetus to get rid of the rest. Who knows? I don't know. It is going on nicer. The second coat is definitely looking a lot better. Trying to get all the spots so we don't have to come back and do a third. I'm always against too many coats, right? This is a Dollar Tree surface after all. Try to get it nice and even so that if it's going to be a third coat, because now that I start to really brush on here, it is sort of showing through a little bit, even though it's getting pretty good coverage. I think the third one's just going to be a touch-up, so it takes some work to get Dollar Tree surfaces. I kind of stopped buying Dollar Tree surfaces for this reason, to use as signs, to reuse as signs, because I don't think it's worth my time all the time. But these were free. Everybody's got to use free. A lot of times too, I can find like great surfaces to paint over from the thrift stores, and that's what I prefer to use. Is I like to make, take things that kind of old and past their prime and remake them into something pretty for decorations. So I don't know. We'll try the Dollar Tree thing. I know tons of people do these a lot. Like that's all they do, but sometimes I don't know. I'm a lazy crafter. Put lazy down below if you're a lazy crafter. If you know what I mean by that. All right. Try to hold this here. And this is like more like cardboard than it's not. It doesn't seem like even chipboard to me. It seems like cardboard. So we're just gonna see what we can do to dress it up a little bit. It definitely, if I put it at a sale, I would put $5 or something on it. I don't know. That's the problem. If you start like painting on Dollar Tree surfaces, you get them for $1.25, but sometimes it takes you more like $20 of coverage to get it to look like it's not from Dollar Tree. So I don't know. At least surfaces anyway. Some things I'm all for it, but these cheap signs, we're just going to give it a try. See how it goes. I hope my friend isn't offended that I say that about her surface, because she did give it to me to use. I didn't realize it was, I would not have. I'm going to try to get the edge without getting myself a mess. I always save the cardboard from all my, all my surfaces that come from Chocateur. I save those and reuse them for so this is going to end up a little bit on the back as I'm trying to get the edge, because I'm trying to get the edge. It's not easy. And this really is, I guess it's not cardboard. It is more of a particle board, but it's definitely not cooperating very well for me. I maybe should have started with the edges instead of trying to do the edges as an afterthought. That might have been smart. I am from Idaho in the USA. And I'm pretty sure Dollar Trees are kind of an Idahoan thing. I know that different countries have different dollar type stores, or bargain store type things. All right. Letting that front dry while I'm trying to get the edges and trying not to get my fingers into it. It's always a challenge. And this is the color Plaster. It's a Waverly paint I get at Walmart's. Usually, because it's considered a chalk, they call it a chalk paint, so it's a little bit more like thick and a flat paint. It does give pretty good coverage usually, but you know, oops, I got dribbles on the front here. Oh no, from my edges. I got my edges really good, but then dribbled on the front, so that's not good. All right. Getting across the top too, of course. It's gonna go out. Ah, I still see that wording and the pumpkin, I think, on here. I was hoping the chalk paste would sort of, or the chalk paint, the Waverly paint would just kind of fill in all the gaps and make it not look so obvious that this is a Dollar Tree sign. We might not win that battle. I gotta say that. You subbed? What do you mean you subbed? Maybe a third coat is going to be necessary. Just saying. No dribbles. We don't want any dribbles. Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. If you hit that little bell notification. Oh, I forgot to get a drink today. Just kind of winging it today with drinks. That'll tell you when I go live, so then you can see me the next time I go live. I try to go live every Monday and Thursday and share whatever I'm doing for crafting, a little bit of my life, scraps of my life. That's why it's called Prairie Scraps. We live out here on the Camas Prairie in Idaho, and mountains surrounding us. We're kind of up on the elevation, so we have mountain life going on, but we're still considered a prairie up on the mountains. And an interesting place to live. Beautiful, very beautiful. So that is kind of where I'm at, and I just like to share all the pretty things we're doing. Sometimes I share family videos, you just never know. Like, I'll probably do the choir concert on Monday night. I'll do that. I'll do the choir part. Share that. It actually isn't doing too bad. Like, I could see it when the paint was wet. But it's not looking too bad. Oops. That is thick right there. Sounded like a door slammed. Dave? I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to be home alone. I hate it when you hear things. I'm going crazy. Oops. My edges are pretty wet yet, but the center part is pretty good. What do you think? It's pretty much covering it. I can kind of see a little bit more on there. I don't know. See, I'm thinking this is more of like a contemporary look, so this is going to be a new one for me. Appreciate y'all that are on there. I'd love it if you'd tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. If I covered it up, I might just go through the center here and do another coat, another thin coat. I know this is the third thin coat. The second one was maybe a little bit thicker because I was trying to see if I could avoid the third one. Nobody likes to do all the coats of paint. It's never fun to like have to do several coats of paint, but it pays off to get it to look nice. So you want to do it right. There's not really many shortcuts in painting, I could tell you that. I've tried. I would try. Some people like to do really thick coats. So you only have to do like one, maybe two. And I find that the ridges you get with your brush, kind of not worth it. So I try to keep it on the thinner side. I'll even do a little bit of, speaking of which, I'll even do a little bit of water on my brush to just give it a little bit of extra give so it spreads on nicer. So it doesn't pool up or make lumps. In fact, that tray I did for the auction, that was someone else had painted that and really gotten some lumps on it. I wish they had, like, I tried to sand them out, but I don't even know. Somebody must have spilled something out. So I was struggling trying to get the lumps out of it. It was a little bit more work than I was anticipating, because at first glance in Goodwill, it looked like it was a good tray, or it was a tray that was going to work out really nice. All right, I think we're going to be done with this now. Oh, I did want to get this one corner where I stuck my finger and kind of, always stick your finger in, right? So put a little coffee thing up if you enjoy coffee, because I think we're doing a coffee theme today. It seems like that's all I've been doing. I've been doing just evergreen things. I can always kind of sell these at my craft shows. I'm thinking about, I don't know, we have a local craft show in April, and I don't know. I heard it wasn't very good. I should ask my friend who does, I see a lump here. Spread that out. Who does the craft shows too, usually, and see if she's doing it. After I do this, I am going to do a coat of wax on here, and the reason for that is I want to seal this in. I don't want it to come off when I put my transfer on it. I don't want that to happen. And I want to get it good and dry first. Hello, Brittany. Thank you for coming on. Welcome. It's a lot of haze. Are you a coffee person? If you're a coffee person, put a little coffee cup or a mug or something down there, a coffee drink. If you like cold ones, you like the drinks. I'd love to see if you're a coffee person. It's kind of chilly outside here on the prairie. The wind is blowing pretty hard, which makes it feel chillier. And then there were snowflakes coming down when I walked in the camper. It's a little craft camper. It's a 1953 Airstream camper. Just love Airstreams. And it belonged to my grandparents and was not handed down. My uncle bought it from him, and then we bought it from my uncle. So it's kind of our little family heirloom. I love it. Thank you so much, Brittany. And just love the fact I feel very blessed to have a place. So I'm going to use a little surface wax on here just to seal this up and make sure that we don't peel it off when we do any pasting on, more design on here. So we'll see. All right. And like I said, if you are interested in doing coffee signs, let me know. I can get you the materials for, actually not this one. Like these are some old ones. It just pays to like keep your craft supplies forever and ever. No. I do sell my finished goods. If you want the link, it's down below. Also, if you want to shop for craft supplies. Oh, I was thinking, all right, so I had a couple of options. Actually, I was thinking instead of doing that contemporary one, I might have lied. I'm changing my mind. I was going to do this coffee one. This coffee one. This is also an old one, but it did come back at Valentine's Day. It might still be on our link. So go check it out. We do have some things that are on sale. Might not use that coffee one. I don't know. I was thinking this middle part of this coffee company served 24 hours a day would be, and I think I want to kind of dull this. I don't know. I I might want to dull this down a little bit. Now that I put the clear wax on there, I think I'm going to use a little bit of antique wax on here. See if I can maybe get a paper towel. The nice thing about the camper is that there's paper towel right hanging up on the counter next to me. So if it looks weird, it's because I'm kind of crammed in a little bitty. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate it. Always love to get new subscribers. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna go, and because we used already the clear wax on here, we're not gonna go too hard on it. I do want it more around the edges, because that's kind of where you see the wear and tear on things. And then I'm just gonna turn over my paper towel. I just put a little bit of that antique wax on there, and then I'm gonna work on blending it. I don't want it to look like I just painted it on there, although that's kind of what I just ended up doing. Let's see if we can get a little bit more here. It's kind of a line across the bottom here. I don't want it to have a line. But because I used that clear wax in there, it's gonna like sort of work it in. And if you put too much, if you're too heavy-handed, if you don't like the way it looks, I find antique wax is a little more difficult to work with. It's hard to get a fine line between looks like it's antiqued to actually it looks like you just got it dirty. That's the struggle with having antique wax, I think. So you have to figure out where the best, option is for your antique wax. Usually I find it's better to stop while you're ahead. Oh, thank you. But I'm only here usually on Mondays and Thursdays. So I appreciate you being here. I can't, I'm a homeschooling mom. I have a couple other businesses, so can't be here all the time, but this is my passion, crafting. All right, so I'm going back into that clear wax. I'm going to see if I could spread out some of this so it doesn't look so dirty-ish, if that makes sense. We don't want it to look like it was a mistake. I'm going to blend it in a little bit. I'm having regrets, maybe a little. All right, so there's what it looks like. Now that we've got it waxed, antique wax, just kind of darkened it up a little, gave it a little more character. And now for the fun. Okay, I'm going to put you down. Oops. Sorry, to the ceiling. What did I hit? There we go. Sorry about the ride. I'm going to work on, ooh, this has got blue tape on the back. That's what was sticking. Okay. I am going to work on, ooh, this is a really sticky transfer, actually. Do just the middle, not the Love and Coffee Company. I just want to do the coffee, and I'm going to take off that. I don't need that line. The coffee and the coffee cup. So we're going to try to line it up. And this is one of our old transfers. Now our new transfers, you can actually see through them. So that's the cool thing about them. So you can see that you're lining it up. So I'm just going to do this middle coffee part, I think we got it. Do we have it? Nope, I got it over to one side. Good thing I waxed it, because this is a very sticky. Let me get this. We want it on straight. I think we're going right about there. Centered. And I'm just going to use this middle part. You can use any of our transfers. You can use any combination of anything that you want. And I tell you what, you can piece it together. You can do whatever you want to be creative. And it's so much fun. Just create your own creations without having to like come up with the design, the original design. Like so many different things we can use with our transfers. And because you can use them over and over. All right, I think that's going to be good. I'll show you how I've got that on there. You can kind of see behind there. That's what we're going to put on there. Serve 24 hours a day. It's got the coffee cup. I'm not going to do this banner down here. We'll just do the coffee mug, and I'm going to keep it super simple. Super simple. I'm about simple today. I'm about simple. I'm not always a simple person. I'm going to use our espresso. What better color to use? And use that on our transfer here. I'm just going to use the small squeegee. Oh, I did sort of put some water in this one the last time I used it to try to incorporate some of the dried up areas. If these are water soluble and non-toxic, this might be a little soupy actually. I don't want to get it too runny because then it runs underneath. All right, we'll see if it works. I'm going to work quickly because this is a big area. We don't want to let this dry in the transfer, and that might work to my benefit. This may not work at all. Who knows? Definitely got my fingers in it. Looks a little bit like chocolate, doesn't it? Love me some chocolate. I love this color, this espresso. It's like, to me, this year has kind of been I think it's a lot like the new neutral. You know how black and gray were kind of the farmhouse neutral? This seems to me like a great neutral. So I'm just going to keep working fast, trying to get all the white areas filled in. Make sure there's no bubbles in your transfer. I just found a little bubble over here, so we're going to work away from that. We want to push away, being very careful not to push it under the transfer there, because anywhere you have a little bubble, it's going to leak underneath and it makes a mess, and so you don't have nice crisp clean pasting. But it's so cool because anybody could do this. Kids can do this. This would be a good project for kids because they could try out a project and it's not going to cost you much to do it. If you have grandkids, this is a great way to do it. You could definitely find surfaces at Dollar Tree to use, although we have plenty of surfaces too. Oop, I went into that line, darn it. All right, I'm going to squeegee all the rest off, put it back into my little bin here. Hopefully we didn't get too bad on there. And try to work fast because I don't want that bottom portion to dry before I get it off. Because if it dries too much, it'll stick into definitely into it. I'm into the crafting today, so hopefully this will turn off. Now we're just going to peel from the center of the transfer, just nice and slow, and hopefully it will just be absolutely amazing. So far, so good. I'm excited. Our C was kind of where we got a little bit of schmear on the C, but that is it. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look cute? That is so cute. Let me show you that. Let me get this closed up before I make a mess. I might have just put some on my nose, I think. Who knows? Who knows if I got my nose? All right. Isn't that cute? So cute. Love, love, love it. I just love that. Isn't that so cute for a Dollar Tree transfer? I might pick at that a little bit just to, kind of goop up some of that. But even that C, even though it leaked under there, it's not so bad, actually. When you don't really see it unless you know it's there. So I think it is adorable, don't you guys? So what a cute way to make a sign. It was a free sign I got, free backing. I don't even need to really change that. I don't think I need to change the hanger or anything. I don't even think it's like schmaltzy enough. I don't even need to add any bows or anything. I think it's really cute. I just love that. Every time I peel a transfer, I'm so excited. So every time, and I've been doing this over 6 years. So love, love, love. So anyway, I hope you have a very blessed day and make sure that you're keep on crafting.